What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the Big Fight Field channel, where we speak the truth, we're honest, and we give our takes on the NFL. It is Wednesday, September 20th, 2023, and this is your NFL Week 3 picks video here on the Big Fight Field channel. Let me just adjust my camera real quick. There we go. Yes, this is a double upload. This is the first of two videos today here on the Big Fight Field channel. I am a very busy man. I'm giving you my Week 3 picks today, and then later on tonight, for all you wrestling fans, I will be reviewing AEW Grand Slam live from Arthur Ashe Stadium in Queens, New York. Pay-per-view level card tonight. Very excited for the AEW show. Great card, headlined by MJF defending the AEW World Championship against Samoa Joe. I'm really looking forward to Grand Slam, and that's all going to be tonight on the Big Fight Field channel. So if you're interested in that, be sure to come back tonight here on the Big Fight Field channel as I go over Grand Slam. But as for this right here, right now, we're going to talk about Week 3. And compared to last week, man, first of all, last week, I had a really good week. I went 11-5. I didn't hit my lock of the week, the stinking Chargers. The Chargers choked at the end once again. So back-to-back weeks, Herbo has an opportunity to give his team the win, and he choked both times. So I lost with the Chargers last week. My upset of the week, though, success. Baltimore Ravens over the Cincinnati Bengals. Cincinnati always has, not always, but recently they've had early season struggles. Now they're 0-2. Joe Burrow re-hurt his calf. How long is he going to be out for? I don't know. But we're going to talk about it. We got all these games to talk about. Outside of the Dolphins, of course, because every game, the biggest game of the week, every week for me, is whoever the Miami Dolphins are playing. No question. But outside the Dolphins, man, there's not really a game that I can really grasp on and be like, okay, this feels like a big-time game that I got to tune into, or at least I got to keep an eye on. I don't really have a feel for that for that this week, but we're going to go over it, and I'll give you my picks and all that stuff. But before we do, be sure to go ahead and check out the post-game recap video I did for the Miami Dolphins beating the New England Patriots on Sunday Night Football 24-17 and advancing their record to 2-0. And I also did a little bit of an extra yesterday for the Miami Dolphins. We talked about Tyreek Hill and his comments on the New England Patriot fans. We talked about the Miami Dolphins offensive line, and we also talked about how we also got Jalen Waddle in concussion protocol. We talked about how the Miami Dolphins are in a really good spot these next 4 weeks. So if you want to know what I'm talking about, be sure to go ahead and check out yesterday's video. All that is going to be in the last 20 seconds of this video. So in the last 20 seconds, 2 videos are going to pop up on your screen. And all you have to do is you have to click one of them. But of course, don't do it until you get to the end of the video so that you don't miss what I'm about to talk about. And we are going to get into Week 3. And we're kicking off Thursday Night Football. The New York Giants going down to Santa Clara to face the San Francisco 49ers. In my opinion, the best team in the NFC, San Francisco 49ers. They look unstoppable right now on offense. 30 points, back-to-back weeks. This is their home opener. the Giants barely beat the Arizona Cardinals down 28-7, and the Cardinals, they followed the script, and the Giants came back and won the game because the Cardinals, they are tanking for Caleb Williams next season for the NFL draft in 2024. So the Cardinals, they took the L after they were up by 3 touchdowns, and the Giants won. The Giants won 31-28, and Saquon hurt his ankle. We don't know the severity of it. The first I saw day to day or week to week. Then I saw 3 weeks. And now I was listening to Sirius XM Sports Radio today, and Brian Dable in a press conference says that Saquon's ankle injury could be day to day. He's a fast recoverer, and I'm not going to rule him out yet for Thursday night. Now, if I was a betting man, which sometimes I am, I would say that Saquon is not going to play Thursday night, and this is why the Thursday night football games are killing for these teams, because you have a big injury like Saquon Barkley, and you're facing probably the best defense in the NFL in the San Francisco 49ers, and now you might without your best player. The Giants are toast. 49ers, they're favored by 10. They are home. The offense is rolling. The defense is probably the best in the NFL. I'm taking the 49ers on Thursday Night Football to begin Week 3. Indianapolis Colts going to Baltimore after they defeated the Ravens defeat the Cincinnati Bengals 27-24. The Ravens are the only undefeated team in the AFC besides, of course, the Miami Dolphins. And that's going to continue because I don't see Anthony Richardson, or if he's even going to play. He got a concussion against the Texans. Gardner Minshew played the rest of the game. Who knows if they are going to play this weekend. I don't see either Richardson or Gardner Minshew going into Baltimore and defeating the Ravens. Ravens are just too good right now, and the Colts are not on their level. I'm taking the Ravens. I'm taking the Ravens for this one. Gotta drink the Pepsi to get you going, you know? This game, dude. Nick Chubb. Man, just first of all, thoughts and prayers to him as a person. Who knows what he is going through right now? That had to be the most disgusting knee injury that I've ever seen on a football field. Your knee is not supposed to operate that way. And I remember he had a serious knee injury in Georgia, and it took him out for so long, and it held him up. And then he got in the NFL, and he had all this hype. He's one of the best running backs in the NFL. And before this happened, he was dominated last night. Early in the second quarter, he already had 64 rushing yards. And just to see him go down with that, man, that was deflating. And I'm just really, really upset about his injury. It's not good for the game of football. We're going to lose one of the best running backs in the NFL for the entire season. I don't know the severity of his knee injury, but he was declared out for the rest of the season. Today, just prayers for Nick Chubb, man. That was just uncomfortable to watch. On Monday Night Football last night, just really, just my thoughts and prayers go out to him. But he's out for the season, and Deshaun Watson looks like he does not look good right now, and the Browns are looking like absolute buffoons for paying this clown $230 million. And he had 2 opportunities Um, well, first he he had two opportunities after he got a forced fumble for a touchdown for T.J. Watt. The Steelers take the lead 26-22. The Browns go 3-and-out, and then the Steelers punt, and then the Browns have one more opportunity, and that fourth down throw wasn't even close to Peoples-Jones. That was really bad. He is nowhere near 2020, 2019 Deshaun Watson. And now with Nick Chubb out for the season, he has more responsibilities on the offensive side. He has to put this offense on his back. He has to be a leader, Deshaun Watson. And until I see it, I don't have faith in the Cleveland Browns. And the Tennessee Titans just knocked off the Chargers, who is a very good offense. And they went tit for tat with the Chargers, and they won in overtime. Folks, this is my upset of the week. The Titans are underdogs going into this game by 3 points. I wouldn't be shocked by the end of the week if it's close to a pick'em, or if at least it's a 1 point spread for the Cleveland Browns. I'm taking the Titans. I don't trust the Browns now. Without Chubb, he was the heart and soul of that offense. And now Deshaun Watson, the pressure is on. The pressure is on because this guy's getting paid $230 million. And they cannot afford for him to suck. So I'm taking the Titans to get this upset this week over the Browns. Falcons. The 2-0 Falcons versus the Detroit Lions. Last week, the Lions lost to the Seahawks in overtime. The Seahawks have their number. They just have the Lions' number. And I was quite surprised to see the Lions take that L last week. And listen, the Falcons, it's a good story so far. They have one of the best running back duos in the NFL, and Bijan Robinson and Tyler Algier. But I'm just not a Desmond Ridder believer. I'm not. For what I've seen from him the past 2 weeks, I'm not high on Desmond Ridder. And I think the running game is great, but the Falcons will go as far as Desmond Ridder takes them. But this week, the Lions, they're going to want revenge. They're going to want to make up for that loss last week. And at the end of the day, the Lions have more firepower on offense than the Atlanta Falcons do. Give me the Lions in a bounce-back win at home against the Falcons and give the Falcons their first loss on the season. The team that the Falcons beat on Sunday, the Green Bay Packers, they were taking on the New Orleans Saints, who defeated the Carolina Panthers on Monday Night Football last night in the doubleheader. Really didn't watch that game that much. I was watching Steelers and Browns. But Saints defense looks good, man. The Saints defense looks good. And their offense has playmakers. And I think the defense is going to confuse Jordan Love. I think that Saints defense is going to enforce pressure on the Jordan Love, just like they did to Bryce Young last night, Monday night. And man, Alvin Kamara hasn't even played yet. And this is his last game, serving his 3-game suspension. And the Saints are going to be 3-0 when Alvin Kamara gets back. And now that offense you're going to have with Derek Carr, Alvin Kamara, Jamal Williams, Michael Thomas, Chris Olave, Raheem Shaheed, and Jawan Johnson. Along with that defense, Man, the Saints are the odds-on favorite to win the NFC South, and they should absolutely. I would be shocked if the Saints do not have double-digit wins this season. The way their offense is and the way their defense is, they are a good team, and they should win this division, in my opinion. And I'm saying the Saints this weekend are going into Lambeau Field and defeating the Green Bay Packers. So I'm taking the Saints. My lock of the week is the Jacksonville Jaguars over the Houston Texans. The Jaguars got embarrassed by the Kansas City Chiefs. Trevor Lawrence might have had his worst performance with Doug Peterson as his head coach. He was just missing throws, missing touchdowns, missed Zay Jones for a wide open touchdown, and they had to kick a field goal. It was bad. It was bad. And now you got a Texans team, a young Texans team rolling into Jacksonville this weekend with a rookie quarterback and CJ Stroud, and they're still trying to figure things out. I think the Jaguars are going to put a stomping onto the Houston Texans. They're going to prove a point. They're going to have to prove a point after the next week's game, and I think they come out fired up, and they take care of business against this Texans team. My lock of the week is the Jacksonville Jaguars to get the win over the Houston Texans. And then we have, shockingly, a battle of two 0-2 teams. And if you told me before the season started that both the Los Angeles Chargers and the Minnesota Vikings could potentially be 0-3 after the first 3 weeks, I would have looked at you eyes wide open like you're crazy. And here we are. After this game, either the Minnesota Vikings or the Los Angeles Chargers are going to start the season 0-3. And that's not good for either team, but especially the Chargers because of the way the AFC is so stacked this year and the fact that they have the Kansas City Chiefs in their division. This is such a hard game to call. And I'm going based off because the Chargers defense, they let Ryan Tannehill get the best of them, dude. And their offense is good. Vikings offense, they have playmakers, but they're gonna get nowhere because their offensive line is hot garbage. And I'm literally picking this game based off the quarterback that I trust the most in a late game situation. And right now, I would take Kirk Cousins over Justin Herbert in a 2-minute drill to win me the football game. So because of that, it's not a good backup reasoning, but because of that, I've taken the Vikings over the Chargers this week. New England Patriots, New York Jets, 0-2 Patriots, first time since 2001. How you doing? They're taking on a team that did not look good last week in the Jets. Zach Wilson did not look good. He got sacked 7 times. He threw 2 interceptions. And the Jets have not defeated the New England Patriots in 8 seasons. And do I think that ends on Sunday? I do not. Because the Patriots are going to come into this game extremely desperate. Bill Belichick is going to come into this game extremely desperate because he's 0-2 for the first time in over 2 decades. And last year in both games, the Patriots defense beat the brinks off of Zach Wilson. Zach Wilson looked like trash last year against the Patriots. And I think they're going to fool him once again this Sunday. And I hate both teams. I don't care about this game. I don't care who wins. And I just don't like saying after 3 weeks that if you're 0-3, your season's over. But my fucking God, if the Patriots lose on Sunday, they're in deep shit. They really are. So I'm taking the Patriots because they're going to be the more desperate team on Sunday. I don't see them losing this game. And then the final 1 o'clock game is the Buffalo Bills against the undefeated Washington Commanders. How about Washington, man? I will talk about this game between the Commanders and the Broncos on Thursday's preview for the Broncos-Dolphins. Their offense teared it up last week against the Denver Broncos. 35 points. Shout out to Sam Howell, man. But the Commanders have gotten wins over the Cardinals and the Broncos. And the Bills are just a different beast. As much as I hate them, gotta give them credit. They are leagues better than the Cardinals and the Broncos. And I think this has potential to be a close game. I do. But I think the Bills are going to pull away in the fourth quarter. I don't see this game being a blowout at all. I think it's going to be very good. And then the Bills are going to get away with it. And they're going to end up winning by a touchdown to 10 points. So they win by 7 or 10 points. But I do think this could be potential to be a good game. I'm taking the Bills, though. I'm going to run through these 4 o'clock games real quick because I see these games being very predictable. I'm taking the Seahawks over the Panthers. I'm taking the Cowboys over the Cardinals. And I'm taking the Kansas City Chiefs over the Chicago Bears. Sunday Night Football. Pittsburgh Steelers and the Las Vegas Raiders. The Raiders got demolished 38-10 last week to the Buffalo Bills. The Steelers won on Monday Night Football 26-22 to the Browns. And for the Steelers side of things, all everyone wants to talk about is how bad the Steelers' offense looked last night. And this has nothing to do with the Dolphins, I know. But watching this game and watching the Steelers' offense, I'm so happy to have a play caller like Mike McDaniel, who's awesome, calling plays for the Miami Dolphins, because I can't imagine what Steelers fans are going through watching Matt Canada call plays for Kenny Pickett. It's so bad. Game on the line. First down wins the game. 3rd and 1. They don't run it up the middle with Jaylen Warren or Najee Harris. They run a QB option with 5'9" Kenny Pickett, and he loses 5 yards. And the Steelers fans start chanting "Fire Canada." And this is another hard game to predict. And for me, I'm going to take the home team. I see myself, I've got to take the home team here. I'm taking the Raiders to get the win on Sunday Night Football. And it's their first home game. I know Steelers fans are going to be traveling because they travel all over. But, man, I'm taking the Raiders. I'm taking the Raiders on Sunday night. And then we have, once again, another Monday night doubleheader. First up, the Eagles and the Buccaneers. Two undefeated teams. Shout out to the Bucs. They're off to a great start, but that great start's not going to last long. Give me the Eagles on Monday night. And then, dude, so one's up in the air. I really can't give you a good pick. Rams, Bengals. I really can't give you a good pick because Joe Burrow's status is up in the air. The tweaked calf strain. I don't know if he's going to play Monday night. Calf injuries are really serious. I'm starting to think the Bengals rushed him back. The Bengals just should have sat him out the first 2 weeks. They would have been 0-2 like they are right now. And more than likely, Joe Burrow would have made a season debut this game against the Los Angeles Rams. Now we're looking at a possibility where Joe Burrow starts the season out 0-2. He re-injures that calf, and now he can't play in this game. And they are looking at 0-3 if they lose to the Rams. And I don't know the status of Joe Burrow, so I will say this. If the Cincinnati Bengals win, I'm taking the Bengals. If the Cincinnati Bengals have Joe Burrow, I'm taking the Bengals, absolutely. But if Joe Burrow does not play, Jake Browning is the backup quarterback, a man who hasn't completed a pass in an NFL regular season game. I'm taking the Rams if Joe Burrow is not the quarterback. So there you go. Those are my Week 3 NFL picks. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to the Big Fight Fuel channel. I will be back tonight. And by the way, hold on. I forgot. Damn it. I do it every time during the preview, and I forgot. The final game we got a preview. Sunday, 1 o'clock, CBS, with Kevin Harlan on the call. Once again, we have the Miami Dolphins making their home opener debut this season against Russell Wilson and the Denver Broncos. And you want my thoughts on the game? Well, you got to tune into the preview tomorrow. You got to tune into tomorrow's preview. Miami Dolphins hosting the Denver Broncos. Hopefully we get Pat Cerniglia back on the channel this week to talk about some Dolphins Broncos this week. It's a big game. It's a big game. Broncos are struggling, but man, you're mistaken if you're overlooking this Broncos team. I'm telling you right now, man. You might laugh at me for that, but I'm serious. You cannot overlook the Broncos team, and you got to give them some respect. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to the channel. Comment down below your picks for Week 3 of the NFL season. Hit the like button if you like what you heard from me. Follow me on Twitter at Colin_Joseph. And for the wrestling fans, I will be back tonight to talk about AEW Grand Slam. Very excited for the show. And then tomorrow, preview Denver Broncos, Miami Dolphins, Week 3. The Dolphins are making their first home game. This is their first home game of the season, and I'm really looking forward to it. I cannot wait to talk about it with you guys. I'm getting out of here. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I will see you later tonight. Have a good night. Have a good day. Stay classy. And as always, fins up.